Hello and welcome back. I am Kalonda Casey. People are wanting to know, how old am I? I am 63. I was born in 1960. So what are we doing today? This is a get to know me. You all had some burning questions you wanted to know. I'm also going to answer not only some personal questions, but also questions concerning makeup and skincare and brushes. My goodness, I had so many questions about brushes. I want you to grab a tea, a coffee, a glass of water, or a glass of wine, and let's get into all of your burning questions. Let's go. I think there are about 25, 30 questions. Some of these I grouped together because they ask the same thing. I got emails, I got DMs, I got comments on anything I posted on. So I'm not going to address the name of the person that sent these to me because I'm going to respect their privacy. They may not want their name plastered all over social media. I love being in my 60s. I never thought I would say that when I was in my 50s, but I do love being in my 60s. I am finding a lot of peace in my life, and that is so important to me. We have had a crazy couple of years, but now I'm finally settling down and I'm finding more peace, which is a wonderful thing. Let's hop right into the next burning question. Am I married? Do I have children? Do I have grandchildren? Yes, I am married to the love of my life. His name is Jeff, and he and I have been married for 12 and a half years. And we are enjoying this stage in our lives so very much. He is still actively working as I am. We will probably all still work well into our 70s unless this economy turns around, which I don't see happening anytime soon.
But that's a whole nother topic.
Let me address that. I do love working. Since I have become a beauty influencer or an influencer or a social media content creator, whatever you want to call it, this is the best job I have ever had and I love. Yes, I have children. I have two biological children, and my husband has two biological children, and they range from early 40s into the mid 30s. So they're all very close in age. And between those four grown children, we have 9 grandchildren, and they range from the age of 16 all the way down to 2. And we just love being grandparents to all of those ages. They are all so much fun. And yeah, even the 16-year-olds think we're pretty cool. That's amazing. Where do I live? I keep that very private for safety reasons. I had a little stalker situation one time, so I am very hesitant to say exactly where we live, but I do live in the great state of Texas, and we live in the Houston Metroplex area, and we have lived here a very long time. Okay, this next question, I am grouping 2 or 3 questions into one category. When did I start making makeup videos? At what age did I know that I love makeup? Why do I do this? So I'm going to start with the age. When I was a little girl, I used to sit on the potty with the seat down, sit on the potty, and watch my mom put her makeup on every single day. And it was a fun time for me and my mom, and I just always loved watching her. So that's when I started loving makeup. When did I start wearing makeup? Was probably around the age of 12 to 13. And by the time I was in my senior year in high school, I wore a full face of makeup every single day. I was really one of those girls that loved makeup. When did I start making makeup videos? I started making makeup videos around 7 years ago. I was with a direct sales company and I had a very large Facebook group. I did a lot of get ready with me makeup videos. I did a lot of trainings. I did a lot of things. So I was very comfortable going live on Facebook. So that is when I started making videos. And of course, that has all gone away. And now I have a whole different realm of videos and why I do what I do, that sort of thing. So, why do I film makeup videos or skincare videos or hair videos, that sort of thing? I do it because I love making women feel beautiful each and every day. And that is truly why I like doing these. I love creating makeup looks that maybe one of you can incorporate into your daily life and it'll make you happy. And there aren't enough people like me that have the wrinkles and the crinkles and the gray hair doing what I do. So this was a really good opportunity for me to give back to you. The next couple of questions are fairly deep questions. Let me answer the first one. Who or what inspires me in my personal life? Whoa, there are a lot of people who inspire me in my personal life, but I am going to say my mom inspires me the most. My mom had us when she was very young, and she was always that cool mom. She was such a beautiful woman. She still is. My mother is still living, and I am blessed to have her in my life. She was so hip and so fun, and I had more fun growing up with a young mom. And I feel so blessed that I can look back on those times and think about all the dance parties we had and teaching us about makeup and clothes and fashion and how to do our hair. And but more than anything, she wanted us to be kind, and that has always stuck with me. Her motto was, if you do not have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. I know that's a really old saying, but my mom said it to us all the time. Anyway, having a mom that was so fun and so loving and kind taught me so many things. And I just really wanted to be like my mom when I grew up. I really did. I was blessed to have two wonderful parents. The next question is, what is the hardest part of being an influencer? Whoa, that is really deep. And I would say the hardest part for me is that I am sitting in front of a camera for many hours a day, and it can be very lonely. That is really hard for me. I am a very social person, and just being alone for many hours a day is lonely. I have really tried to combat that by making sure I get out of the house every day for at least 30 minutes. Speak to people, say hello to people. I don't care if it's the cashier at the grocery store. You're at least having human interaction with another person. The other thing about being a social media influencer that is hard is the judgment that comes with the job.
And I learned really fast to bless and block.
And not to interact with people that are so negative and ugly. It's not worth it. And I want to be able to go to bed at night and not think about those things. People who are keyboard warriors, I think, are very sad individuals, and it is their way of making themselves feel better by putting other people down because they certainly would not say it to another person's face. I know they wouldn't. No way. That was a deep question. That was a deep segment. Okay, so now we're going to get into the makeup skincare portion of this. One of the questions, and I get this all the time, how do I know what undertone I am? You need to be in front of a window and you need to look at the veins on the inside of your wrist and you need to see what color those veins are. Mine are green. Mine are very, very green. I am a warm undertone. If yours are blue, you're a cool undertone. There are a lot of articles out there that can help you with that. Remember what undertone you are. You will hear me say time and time again, I have a lot of yellow undertones. I have a lot of yellow in my skin. And I do. So this is interesting. When I go to get foundation matched, invariably, invariably, they start pulling the wrong colors. It amazes me that people that work in the cosmetic industry aren't looking at your veins and your wrist first. This happens 90% of the time, and I don't care if I am at the highest end makeup counter to the lowest end. It happens across the board. They are pulling shades that will look terrible on my skin. They start putting it on and they turn white, pure white. And I keep saying, that's not dark enough. I am yellow undertone. That is not going to look right on me. Oh, well, let's just try it. Mm-mm. Just know your undertones so that when you go to the makeup counter, you can start guiding that salesperson to bring you the right shade of foundation. How do I choose a concealer? I always say choose a concealer closest to your skin tone or one shade lighter. If you want brighter, two shades lighter. It's very easy. When you're buying your foundation, that's a very good time to buy your concealer as well. Which eyeliner is the best for staying power? I love the Urban Decay 24/7. It is my favorite. I find that it doesn't budge, smudge, move, and I tightline my upper lash line with it. I find that that's my favorite. And another one that is really good as well is the Persona. Both of those are excellent eyeliners. How do I deal with the vertical wrinkles above my lips? I have firsthand knowledge of this because I ended up having filler put into my lines and wrinkles there because I was so tired of people asking me if I was a smoker. Haven't smoked, and it was just a hereditary thing. I am a straw user, so I would highly recommend that you find a med spa, somebody you trust, and go in for a consultation and talk to them about filling those lines. I will tell you this, it is painful. They will numb you. You'll have discomfort during the procedure, but if you go to a good injector, they work quickly. And when I had it done, my injector could tell I was finished. Like I had met my threshold of pain and I said, I can't do anymore. So she stopped. And I'm very happy with the lines around my lips. I'm not ever going to get rid of them. I'm 63 years old. They're going to be there, but they look a lot better. How do I keep foundation from clinging to the texture around my nose? Oh boy, this is a good one. Skin prep. You make sure that you are exfoliating a couple of times a week. I think that that helps so much. That area of our skin it gets very, I don't know if this is the right word. It gets dry and sometimes it can get a little crusty in there, and your foundation wants to cake in there. So try that and make sure you're using a good primer in that area as well. I think that is key to making your makeup look pretty and around your nose. What hair products do I use? I use a lot of hair products. I use so many. For my shampoos, I stick with K18 products and Kerastase. I love those. Those are great. Styling products, I use some Olaplex products. I use Color Wow products, and I have recently become a real fan of the Bumble and Bumble brand. I use a lot of those products. For my hairspray, I use the Kenra 25. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Why do I apply my eye makeup before foundation? For me, it is just plain and simple. So you put your eyeshadow on, you have fallout, it hits your cheeks, under your eyes, and you've already put your eyeshadow on, your concealer, all of that. Well, now, guess what? You have to fix that. And that's just so frustrating. So that's why I put eyeshadow on first. How do I cover a red nose? My nose can get red as well. In a lot of videos, when I start, my nose is red. There are some color correctors you can use on that, but I would just say, again, make sure you're exfoliating, make sure you're using a primer, and any kind of a product that will take the redness out. There are a lot of products on the market. Makeup Forever has one. And so it's a green cover up and it helps to remove redness. You might try that first. My makeup looks cakey and dry even with primer. Again, I'm going back to what is your skin prep? Are you exfoliating on a regular basis? And are you using really good moisturizers? You may need a very deep moisturizer at night, maybe you aren't getting enough moisture in your skin, and that is why your makeup looks cakey and dry. Another thing, I just thought of this. Are you using a setting spray when you're finished? That is key. That is so key. You can also use your setting spray after you put your foundation on. So put your foundation on, put your setting spray on, and then just take what's left over on your makeup brush and tap it in. And then go about the rest of your makeup. And then at the end of your makeup, put on your setting spray. Again, it's not going to hurt anything. I promise. What is the best lengthening mascara? I love Bad Gal Bang by Benefit Cosmetics. To me, that is chef's kiss for lengthening. I love Bad Gal Bang and I think it looks so pretty. Now for lengthening and volumizing, I love what I have on today, and that is by Fenty Beauty, and it is called Hella Thick Mascara. How do I take off my makeup? Well, I just did a skincare video that dropped and I'm going to put it here. I don't know which corner it will show up in, but I will do that and I go over my makeup removal process. But I definitely use one product by Dermalogica. It is called the Pre-Cleanse, and I can't live without it. And my makeup comes off like that. It's beautiful. I had to laugh. I had so many questions about makeup brushes. What on earth? I couldn't believe it. I use brushes from Sigma Beauty and brushes from BK Beauty. I love them. They are such good brushes. So one of the questions was, what is your favorite Kabuki brush? Well, this could be considered a Kabuki brush, even though it's angled. This is considered a Kabuki brush. I love this brush. I use this brush a lot. The Sigma brushes are all Kabuki. I'll link these down below. This one is an angled brush. This one is more like this one, but much more dense. I prefer this on mature skin because it's not as dense and it's more pliable. I think it looks so pretty. A multi-purpose brush that I really like is the Sigma F47. It is a multitasker. You could use this for foundation. I don't. I use this for bronzing. And it's a really good multitasker. You could use it for blush as well. I like this brush. What do I use for powder brushes? Well, okay, let's get into it. I am a huge fan of the N17 brush from BK Beauty. This is the Nikki LaRose dual-sided brush. This side is for powders. This side is for creams. This side is how I apply my powder where I really need that powder to be precise. If you're just filling in that area, you wouldn't want to use a big fluffy brush like this. These are fabulous brushes. These two are the ones that if I needed to put it all over my face, which I don't, I would grab these brushes because they're super soft, they're large, and they're fluffy. And I like that. Let me show you what my favorite part of this brush is. After I put my makeup on and I am looking at everything, a lot of times I will go in and I will just buff this across my face just to smooth everything out. There's no powder on it. It just smooths everything and makes everything look beautiful. I hope that helped. I have two favorite concealer brushes. They are both BK Beauty brushes. They are the A506 and the N16. They are both so good. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the Nikki LaRose. I am such a fan. I love BK Beauty brushes, but I love Sigma brushes. I have reached for this Sigma brush every day for probably 5 or 6 years. It is the E40 brush. It is the tapered blending brush. I own 4 of these. I have bought all of these with my own money. I am a huge fan. I love the BK Beauty blending brushes, but they're a little thicker. I find that this one I can really get in and blend where I need to get in. Okay, last but not least, how do I find you on LTK? Well, here on YouTube, I put a link to every product that I have shown during my videos. But also, if you go down into follow me on socials, you go down in the show more section and you see follow me on socials, then the LTK is there, and that's how you can find me. It is super easy. If you are not following me on Instagram and TikTok, and who knows what's going to happen with TikTok, but if you are following me on Instagram and you click on the link in my bio, that will take you to my link tree. And in my link tree is all of my links, and you can click on LTK. Again, that will take you over to my LTK and you can find everything there. So I hope that helped and I hope that answered your burning questions. I did this before many years ago, but we have so many new followers in the last month that I just wanted to reintroduce myself, to tell you how I got started in this crazy world of influencing and content creation, and to just let you know I am a normal person just like you are, and I love being here. I know I'm going to get this question: where are my glasses from? And can I link them? My glasses were purchased at a boutique optical in Houston, Texas, and they no longer carry this line of frames. And the name of the company that made these frames is Fred, Fred. That's it. They're a very bougie, high end company that makes clothes and other things, but I can't find the frames anywhere. So I think these have been discontinued and they may not be making eyewear anymore. I do not know. But it's going to be a sad day when I have to change these out because I do love them and I get compliments on them all the time. With that being said, I am going to sign off, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that submitted questions. It means the world to me, and I am here for you. And let's continue to grow this community of like minded women here together. For the 50, 60, 70 plus ladies out there, you know you are all welcome. I love having every one of you, and I will see you the next time. Bye.